This is an old book that I found. It's such a really nice color, and it's kind of small. And I don't even know what I was using it for. Let's talk about journaling again. And today I am going to one of the questions that I got is let me keep this one side is journaling and journaling books and stuff like that. And I have mentioned it so many times that journaling book is totally up to you how you would like it. Now this is the journal that I have, and it's the size of a Filofax because I used to have a Filofax many years ago, and it was exactly the same size. So when I saw this size in the bookshop, I just said, you know what, let me just go for this size because I was more comfortable with it. But this is like my daily journal, my main journal, my primary journal, the main thing right here. So this is something that I carry with me all the time as best as I can. But I also have another journal, which is my editing and cinema studies journal. Okay, so it's like a notebook. But if you look at this one, it looks a little bit big. Let me put it here for comparison. Hold on, let me show you. So if you look at the two, you can actually see, it's really much bigger, but it is also very thin, which is a very cool thing, and I'll tell you why. I do spend a lot of time learning about cinema and stuff like that, and I don't want to put it into my other journal. I want to have a dedicated journal so that way I compartmentalize my thinking a little bit. Like, for example, if I look at my desk right now, this is the desk where I do my writing. There is actually no computer devices over here because this is just for me to write. I have all my books over here. All my pens are over here. But if I wanted to do anything that is editing and computer oriented and stuff like that, I have another table on this side, and I will actually do all my work on this side. So I'm lucky enough to have this kind of setup where I have two tables, so it's kind of very long. And over here, I do my writing work, so I'm a little bit more focused. I'm not having any devices to interrupt me. So this is a device-free desk. And if there's anything that is device-oriented, doing all my cinema editing stuff and all that stuff, I will leave it actually on this table. So this is like an invisible wall. It's like, what is that called? In cinema, it's called the fourth wall. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like in drama, like when you're in cinema, when you're in drama on stage, it's like the actors are looking towards the audience, but the audience is not there because there's an invisible wall. So the audience can actually see the actors perform, but the actors are not supposed. They can see the audience there, but they're not talking to the audience. They're acting out to something, and it's called the invisible wall. I gotta look it up. Anyway, so here's the book, and the best part about this book is it's very thin. The idea is so that it's really light, I can carry it around, and when the book gets filled up, what I do is I will stick it to other books. So for example, this is the third book, and this is how it started, where it has this is how I had book one. Everything is dedicated to cinema and editing and DaVinci Resolve and YouTubing and all that kinds of stuff is all dedicated here. So I have this book right here, and then if I flip it around, I have another book. So it started out like this, book one, book two, and I stuck it together because it kind of like got filled up. Plus it was also 2023, 2024, and now this is more like 2024, 2025 book. So when I finish this book, I will stick it to this, and it'll be together like that. Then it becomes really heavy, of course. But then at that time, I'm not carrying this book as much because it's more like a desk reference. It's more like when I'm sitting and doing my cinema work over here. But I will just need to get myself another book like this for next year, so that way I will continue writing. So this is a way of journaling. So you don't feel that you're totally stuck into a book. It could be multiple books. I have this one book, which is my writing book, which is my main book. And then I have my other book, which is my movie and cinema and all that kind of stuff. So these are the only two books that I will carry around with me so that my bag is not heavy, because remember, I'm also carrying, sometimes my camera, sometimes I carry my laptop computer, my mouse, and all that kind of stuff. So pick one book that allows you to have that freedom of carrying it around with you all the time, anywhere. Like if I'm on a plane, I can have this book. I can open it up and I can write. It's not too big. I'm not disturbing anybody. I can still write. I can still slip it into my carry-on luggage. It's really small. But If I'm working on certain things, I can have this. And it has a nice color, so it's easy for me to find it actually. And it has very thin pages. It's really nice for fountain pen and ballpoint pen or any pen you want to use. Sorry, I don't use ballpoint pen because it makes an impression on the other side, and I kind of like don't like that. So I will always use fountain pen, and I'll use like a sketch pen, and and I write all my notes, and of course I always number my pages. That's right, I number my pages, and I have index in the front, like I have like a table of contents type of thing, index contents or whatever you call it. And I will write, like whenever I'm writing certain things here, I will make the point here, so that way when I want to look for something, I can look. Plus I also do it cross reference. That means I can also go from this book to these books. So I will write yellow 25, that means yellow book page 25, red book page 20, and black book page 2, for example. So this way I know which is connected to which, because that's just the way I work. This way I'm not repeating my notes too many times. I mean, I don't mind doing that, but I don't repeat my notes too many times, and I just kind of like work this way. And I think that's a really nice way of working. But this is a journal. This is like my journal, because I do write things over here where how was I feeling when I was making this video and stuff like that. So it's not only technical and data oriented stuff, it's also about how did I feel when I was making this video, what did I do, what mistakes did I make. I always write down my mistakes, because it's important that in the learning process that you admit and you tell yourself, oh, I made a mistake right there, how did I fix that? And then you learn and you go on forward. Anyway, thank you so much. I hope this kind of helped you a little bit to understand that yes, we can have multiple journals. It is not necessary that you only keep one book. You can keep more than one book. It's perfectly fine. Thank you. I'll see you guys in my next one. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. And I have this this tie. I can just, put it together. It's really nice. There you go. So my books are all together. I have one for this one also. So that way, because sometimes I keep papers and letters and stuff like that. And if I open, I don't want things just falling all over the place. So I have it over here. I like this color. I like this book. It's really nice. It's yellow page. Reminds me of Smithson paper. It's not Smithson's paper, but it's pretty nice. I should use this, because I just like the color. It's made in Japan. I think all of these are made in Japan. Ooh, I need to make an entry right now. Today was a good day. Now it's